Welcome to the Money Down, the Believe Network, presented by FanDuel, #1 sports book. Man, we're going to kick this thing off with a pretty dope icebreaker with this one, man. It's some electric college football players of our generation, man. Saw this on social media. We had a start, bench, cut, got Ted Ginn, Tavon Austin, and Percy Harvin. Both of y'all said this was easy, so I'll let y'all kick it off. I probably got a difference of opinion than y'all when it comes to it. Y'all go ahead.
Breeze, you're on mute.
I'm gonna pop it. I'm gonna go Percy start. I'm gonna go Tavon bench, and then I'm gonna go Teddy. And don't get me wrong, man. Ted Ginn is an absolute GOAT dog at Old State. One of the top dogs to come through there as far as a receiver. But man, just what Tavon was doing, bro. And then obviously Percy. In my opinion, Percy is the best player in my generation. I know a lot of people say Reggie Bush, but to me, Percy was a dog. He was in the SEC when it was some gangsters and it was rolling around, and he was running wild. So that's my start bench cut.
You go ahead, Warren.
And you said you started Percy.
Oh yeah, Percy. Percy could have won the Heisman, fam.
Hey, I'm starting Tavon. I'm benching Percy. I'm cutting Ted.
Y'all disrespectful.
That boy Tavon was electric. All of them was, but bro, I don't know, bro. Tavon was Percy. I give Percy the bench just because the Gators was my favorite team growing up. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, but they was my favorite team growing up, and that's why I give Percy the bench. But Ted again, fire. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna give him his respect. But that boy Tavon, that boy was cold out of Westfield. What? Cold.
Hey, y'all, we might have to pull some Ted Ginn clips up.
Ted was fire, but you talking about, bro, Tavon, like, Percy was on a loaded team. Ted was on a loaded team.
I mean, they always on loaded teams for real.
And Tavon was playing in the what back then was it the Big East?
We're not finna sit here and act like the Big East wasn't competitive.
It was
Big East was lit. Big East was
come
lit.
on, bro. The Big East was lit there, bro.
Yes, they had Pitt back then.
Y'all juicing it, bro.
Clemson was decent back then. Pitt was decent back then. FSU, Florida State was decent then at that time. Miami was good at that time.
Y'all boys,
come on,
juicing it, dog.
That boy Tavon, nice dog.
For me though, I'm starting Ted Ginn, #1. I'm putting Percy on the bench, and then Tavon. I'm putting Percy. Yeah, putting Percy on the bench. I'm cutting Tavon. I'm putting Ted Ginn as my starter. He was electrifying at receiver, punt return, kick return. Obviously, he returned to whatever kick in the national championship. They ended up losing all that.
And got gun after that.
Yeah, but Percy was lit too. Percy was electric. Obviously, you could throw it to him, hand it to him, do whatever you needed to do. Tavon was electric too, but I just think what Ted Ginn and what Percy meant to their teams as far as, helping taking them to the national championship and all that
stuff. Bro, they had loaded teams. What you mean? Of course so was natty.
West Virginia was loaded.
They weren't as loaded. They were not as loaded as OC.
Offense.
Bro.
Stanley Bailey.
Gino.
Noel Devine.
Come on, Warren, chill out.
Hold on. First off, if we need to go back and compare rosters, you're not taking all of them over who Florida had at that time and who Ohio State had at that time. So
they're national championship teams. We just said it's not like there were some slouches, bro. Like,
nah, bro. But the fact that you just said the fact that you just said Tavon, he was electric. No, bro. The way you said it was disrespectful, bro.
Tavon was gangster,
I said he was electric.
Tavon was gangster. But I just think, bro, it's also too like it's tiers and levels. And again, the two guys that hold on, because Tavon is on that level, but the two guys we named, bro, we talking about national one. I mean, I want to say, did Ted Ginn win a national championship at Old State? I don't think
they made it there, but
they made it. But I've always known they've been a good. But I mean, we're talking about national championship winner. Like Percy has.
Bro, it takes more than one person to win a natty.
It do, but he was a key focal point on that offense too.
All right. Y'all got it, bro.
What you mean?
So I understand, but man, Percy, shit,
No,
I
bro,
think a
no,
lot of people.
they are gangster for sure.
I think
They
a
are
lot of people
gangster.
don't give Percy Harvin the credit that he deserved, bro. Because if you pull up his stats compared to Reggie Bush stats, hey, listen, because I done did it. The motherfuckers I did it, it's almost close. It's super close.
Now, what if you had it? Now, what? My bad. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I wonder what Percy's stats compared to Tavon Austin. I feel like Tavon might have him, maybe not like.
For sure.
I don't know, because obviously they was throwing that thing across the yard, all that. So
Yeah, that's facts.
it's gonna be a little.
I don't even think was Percy was there the whole time with Tim Tebow, or did he have Chris Leak a little bit? He might have had.
I think Chris Leak his freshman year, his true freshman year, maybe.
So that too, Warren. I mean, we talking about. Come on now. Tim Tebow was a hell of a college football player, one of the best to ever do it, but he wasn't throwing that pill like Geno.
What are you talking about?
Yes, we're not. No, we're not gonna.
They had a more.
We talking about just Tebow.
Team.
We just talking about Tebow.
Tebow was slinging that thing in college. No D.
You full of you?
Come on,
you full of it, bro.
Bro, so you're telling Percy Harvin, Aaron Hernandez,
Lewis Murphy,
Lewis Murphy. They was slinging that pill. What are you talking about? And you're talking about two All-Americans. Like they had to get the rock in order to be All-Americans.
Let's see, Percy. So he never had over 1,000 yards receiving, but he had over 1,000 all-purpose every year though, except for his freshman year.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely. That boy going crazy. That boy had 700 rushing, 800 receiving.
That's
Cool. Now what Tavon says?
Yeah, we got to pull up. We got to pull up Tavon next.
I'm sure Tavon was going ballistic.
The Russian ain't gonna be there.
Russian ain't gonna be there. Femi was damn near running back. Like,
yeah, Percy.
He still rushed for 600 his senior year. He didn't need to. They had Noel Devine in the backfield.
Yeah, Tavon. Ooh, that boy 1,200.
Cooking. He almost had 3,000 yard receiving yards. And y'all talk about having Stedman. Y'all talk about having Noel Devine.
We gotta pull up Ted.
We
gotta pull up Ted. We gotta pull up Ted.
Gotta pull up Teddy. Teddy was lit now. I feel like I don't know if he wanted Biletnikoff though. Okay, his yards wasn't that crazy. Huh?
He wasn't that crazy, fam. It was, bro. No, hold on. But Tavon was the start. Like, bro, that's when people was running the spread for. Like, bro, it's different eras. Tavon was cold though. Tavon was cold. But he also was in a big eat, bro. If we pulled up their schedule, they were playing. They're playing Marshall, bro. You should
do that, bro.
Bro, just playing Marshall. You should catch for 200 yards.
Bro, don't do that.
3 catches, bro.
Bro, don't do
for
that.
For 3 tuds, like, come on, bro. It's a difference.
Don't do that, bro.
I'm still starting Teddy, man.
Don't do that.
Teddy was lit, man. But we'll turn the subject though, man. We'll finish off with our last group and our top 5. I mean, I guess I'm sorry, specialists. We ain't gonna include the kickers and punters in our top 5s in the league. But we'll end this thing with our top 5 interior defensive linemen. So, Warren, you're a defensive lineman. I'll let you kick this thing off.
So, gotta go with my big dogs. So number 1, this is my list. I'm going with Dexter Lawrence, Big Dexy. I ain't gonna say sexy Dexy, bro. On my list. But Big Dexy. I'm gonna go with Big Dexy, bro. That baller, bro. I love true zero nose techniques, bro. Can affect the game in the run, can affect the game in the pass. He's destructive in all facets of the game. You got Kayvon Thibodeau on one side, Brian Burns on the other side, and to still be able to produce from a pass rusher level as an interior D lineman, that's amazing. Number 2, I got Chris Jones. Bro, been doing it year in and year out, bro. If I had to put anybody next to Aaron Donald in terms of just like caliber, status, production, affect the game from all phases, even when you don't see him, he's affecting the game. Or if he's not the one making the tackle, he's affecting the game, it's Chris Jones. For sure. He does it year in and year out for Kansas City. Big time. Number 3, I'm going to go with Jeffrey Simmons, bro. I don't think Jeffrey Simmons gets the credit he deserves. Like, people want to talk about his pass rush numbers and things like that not being super productive. I mean, he's the focal point of the defense, right? You double team him, you isolate him, or you get him out of the game in some way, shape, or form. The rest of the defense ain't really bringing you much. So you got a guy that's the focal point that's, not unfortunately, excuse me, but on the interior of the defense and still being as productive as he does, regardless of how the game turns out, right? The defense wasn't as good last year, but him being that anchor, Jeffrey Simmons for me for sure. Next, I got to go with Jalen Carter. Like, obviously, we talked about him, a few episodes ago about being elite and things like that. He is elite. Don't get me wrong. Playmaker, showed up big last year, all season, and the playoffs can affect you from a shade, from a zero, from a 3-tech, can be a 4-eye and affect you. I mean, the man is wreaking havoc early on in his career, so he's got a long time to be doing this. And then my number 5. You know what I'm saying? I got to give you my 5A, my 5B. My number 5, I got to go with 5A, got to go with Vita Vea, bro. Like I said, I love my zero techniques, my true zeros that can just affect the game. And Vita Vea out in Tampa is just dominant as a zero technique. You don't move him off the spot often. Very destructive with his hands. Really good footwork for a big guy to be able to dance in the middle like he does. So definitely got to give it to him. And then my 5B, got to give it to my dog, Kobe Turner, boy. I in LA, that boy. Hey, he got a long time doing this too. That boy,
we about to kick you off. We about to kick you off.
Yeah.
A Ram does not have to be in the list every single time.
Y'all you're right. They don't have to, but they are just because we that good. But but that's my 5.
Y'all defense was not that good.
Bro, yes,
but for me, number 1's the same. I got Dexter Lawrence. That dude's a beast. He affects the game in a run game. I played against this dude in the league. I felt like literally every time I touched the ball, whether I caught a pass or I ran it, he was in on the tackle every single time. For a dude as big as he is, that's extremely impressive. Number 2, I'm saying that I'm going with Chris Jones. Obviously, we've seen with the impact that he's had on the Kansas City Chiefs. He's the focal point of that defense. Obviously, pass rush, great at that. Run game, he's great at that too. You can even line him up at DN and be effective that way too. So I'm gonna go Chris Jones. Number 3, so I'm gonna go Jalen Carter at number 3. Obviously, highly touted player, could have been damn near number 1 overall pick had he not had the offseason issues and whatnot at Georgia. But every year he's gotten better and better. You saw what he's done in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl, affecting the game, affecting Patrick Mahomes. He's just gonna continue to ascend this list. In my opinion, number 4, I'm gonna go Quinnen Williams. I like Quinnen Williams, man, out of New York. I feel like he's a little underrated. Got to compete against him quite a few times. Tough dude, athletic, gets after you, run game, pass game, he can do it all. The number 5, I'm going Jeffrey Simmons. This dude is swole, man. He may not be as great of a pass rusher as maybe some of these other dudes, but he's a force in the middle. He's effective. He's a dude who likes to be a bully in the middle of the defense. I like him at my number 5 pick. But there's a lot of talented defensive linemen in there. I like the Vita Vea pick. I think he's underrated too. Just he don't do nothing flashy, but he's gonna be in on the mix and be in on the plays, doing what he needs to do in the interior of the defense. So I know Soj, he'll be probably back in a little bit to get on here. But we also had some news in the NFL. We had Trey Hendrickson. He got a little bit of an extension. Got a pay raise finally. I don't understand what the weight is from these owners and these GMs. It's like, why are you waiting until training camp is over to get these things set? I understand there's the fine writing and all that stuff as far as the signing bonus and guaranteed money and everything like that. But I think it's just a distraction to your team when you are trying to go through this stuff, when your star player, your best player on defense is not there the entire training camp. I mean, that can cause for him to have a slow start going, not to say that he will, but that could cause for it. I mean, I'm sure he's working out, but ain't nothing like actually practicing, getting in football shape. But talking about Trey Hendrickson, so I don't know if you want to give your top 5 interior defensive linemen in the NFL.
Top 5, I'm gonna go Jeff out of Tennessee. He's always been a problem, especially for him to be on that team. He is the focal point of that defense, right? Like, I can't really name too many other guys outside of him on that Tennessee defense. So I'm going to go him at 1. 2, I got to still respect the OG. I got to go Chris Jones. I mean, just how he's been able to do it consistently. Again, a Kansas City team that really runs all through him, the plays that he's able to make in the pass game and in the run game, right? Like, being in the middle like that, you don't really get too many guys. And when you do have a guy like that, that can cause, havoc in both the running and pass. You see why he's able to have the success that he has had for so long in the NFL. At 3, man, 3. I'm gonna probably go 3. I gotta go Dex. I didn't say Dexter, right? I gotta go Dex, right? And I'm really excited to see what that defense is going to be able to do with that pass rush, right? Having Abdul Carter, having Brian Burns, having him in the middle, and then having is it
Thibodeau,
Thibodeau from Oregon, right? Like, it gives me the vibes of when they won the Super Bowl those years with the Giants, right? Having a star pass rush like they had back then with Michael Strahan. I want to say Tuck, O.C. Manura, like just having all these type of different bodies that they can run all these different schemes and blitzes with. I'm extremely excited to see what they can do with them. So that's 4, and then that's 3.
That was number 3. Number 3, yeah.
So 4, I'm gonna go. I think I heard you talk about it, Quinn Williams, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he big goofy dude. I've been seeing it's a guy down here that trains his name like Sack Sensei or something.
Sack Sensei, yeah.
I've been seeing the clips Quentin down here with him, and it's always cool and funny to me when you see big guys like that be able to move, right? You look like you're like three something plus, obviously.
Yeah.
But him just being able to be agile, move his hands and stuff, you gotta respect that. And then at 4, I feel like at 5, I feel like I can't remember.
You got Jalen Carter, you got Vita Vea, you got some
Cam Hayward, DeForest Buckner.
So y'all, I don't think none of y'all said Vita Vea, man. Give me big Vita. Oh, you did? Okay, yeah. Give me big Vita, man. Knowing Levante down here, being able to train with him and talk with him, he always talked about how important he was to that defense. So I'm gonna throw Vita at number 5, and again, if Tampa wants to be good this season, he gotta show up and keep doing what he's been doing. So that's my 5, man. But a super important piece to defenses, right? I know a lot of other guys get the glamour and all the attention as far as cornerbacks, linebackers, but in this league, you gotta have good pass rushers and you gotta have some big guys in the middle that can stop the run. So shout out to that. That's a very important position.
Yes, sir. Respect to them interior defensive linemen, man. Especially the ones that can make an impact. Yep. If you get sacks and all that from the interior defense, that's hard.
You hooping.
Well, Aaron Donald was able to do in his career. That's impressive to get that amount of sacks from the interior defensive linemen. And we also today we had Kyle Hamilton. He got him a $100 million extension from the Baltimore Ravens. It was obviously we knew it was going to happen at some point, but kind of out of the blue. He gets paid. Obviously, we think they have one of the best secondaries in the NFL currently. Have a lot of veteran players, some young up-and-coming players, rookies, second-year players, Nate Wiggins. Then obviously, Kyle Hamilton's probably the one who really makes it go because he has all the versatility. He can play in the slide, can play safety. So I think that's a big reason why he gets his $100 million extension. He's a very important part of that defense. I don't know what's y'all thoughts on him getting that contract extension.
You got it, one. You on mute, fam?
Yeah, I saw it. I think he means a lot to that Baltimore defense. He's very good in coverage. He's a rangy safety. I think if he continued to perform as he has been, it was coming. It was on the way. So, I think it's a good move by Baltimore to extend him, to continue to keep him on payroll. That boy, he's gonna be all right.
Yeah, and I think especially in today's game where you're having so much of these tight ends become hybrids where they could low-key be receivers, and then him also having the skill set to cover receivers in the slot. I just think he has so much of that versatility and that jack-of-all-trades piece. He kind of reminds me of a bigger Jalen Ramsey where you can move him all over. Obviously, Jalen can play on the outside, and I don't know. We haven't really seen Kyle much on the outside on number ones, but as far as putting him in the slot and then putting him on a Travis Kelce or a star player in the tight end position, you feel comfortable with him rocking out in there. And then also just his presence in the run game, you can send him off the edge. It's going to be so interesting for Baltimore as a defense, as a team, because they literally have every single piece that you could check off as far as on the defense side of the ball, right? You start from the interior, you go to the linebacker, you go to the secondary. It's no holes. So it's time for them to, we've been saying it for a long time. I know they've been a lot of people's favorites to win the Super Bowl or get to it, but it's getting to the point now for is it John Harbaugh? Is it John or Jim? It's John.
John,
yeah.
It's been to that point, but it's getting to that point for John where he kind of like sneaking into that Mike Tomlin situation, like, bro, can you get us over the hump? Because we've given you everything that we could possibly give you. So K-Ham deserve his cheese, but looking forward to that team, bro, being able to put it all together this year.
That's another thing is, my bad, James. I'm about to say that's another thing. It's like they're really good at picking up young talent. I mean, especially out of the draft.
They draft well.
DFAs, bro. When it comes to offseason time and it comes to getting young talent, bro, that's another organization outside of Philly who's really good at picking up veterans, finding the money for good players. But you talking about picking up young talent. I think Baltimore's been really good at that every year.
Yeah,
it's gonna be real interesting to see, man. They've got what it takes 100% to go out there and win a bowl. We gotta see if they can actually perform well when it matters the most. We've seen them shrink when it comes to them big time moments in the playoffs. So we'll definitely see what happens when it comes to them. We also had Terry McLaurin finally got his extension from the Washington Commanders as well. I think I figured that would happen at some point. That he means too much to that organization. He's been able to ball with all these different quarterbacks. When a team wasn't necessarily at his highest peak, and now they have their quarterback. I don't see why you would let his favorite receiver get up out of there. They finally get him that extension. So I'm excited. I'm excited to watch this team this year. I ain't gonna lie. To watch the Commanders. They surprised some people last year. The rookie quarterback get them to the playoffs and everything like that. Now the expectation is high for them going into the season. We'll see if they can match that. So I don't know what y'all thoughts on the Terry McLaurin extension.
It had to be done, bro. It had to be done, right? And for the longest, this team has been the laughing stock of the NFC North. What is it, North? NFC. Is it a North? No, it's not.
No.
NFC East. NFC East.
Yeah.
NFC East. For the longest, they've been a laughing stock of the NFC East, and finally, he's always been a bright spot in that process, right? Like, if there was one thing that you could look at and pinpoint and say, the Commanders or the Redskins got something, they had Terry McLaurin. So the deal had to be done. And then also too, with just the rising of, Jaden Daniels, I think this year is going to be extremely tough for him because a lot of these teams know, right? We always talk about that second year for quarterbacks. A lot of teams know what you like. A lot of teams know what coverages make you uncomfortable and dislikes. And him and Cliff are going to have to really scheme some things up and kind of get him to play at that next level now, just because of all the pressure that's going to come with them having the season they had last year. So, again, don't make things tough for your young quarterback. Give him the pieces that got him to where he is and in the position he is in his league now. And, man, just keep improving and rock out. So, shout out to Terry McLaurin. Deserve his cheese. Well-deserved. And, like you said, James, I look forward to seeing how that offense improves with also the additions and then also how they can continue to get, TM open.
Any thoughts on the Warren?
I don't know why these organizations be waiting this long to pay these people these cheese. Like, you think about Trey Hendrickson, they waiting forever, and then obviously only giving him a 1-year deal. They need to extend him longer, first off. And then for Terry McLaurin, just a guy that has been, like you said, Breeze, that bright spot for the Commanders since he's been there, right? A guy that's consistent production, always where you need him to be, crunch time playmaker. Efficient route runner. You have to. That's your best receiver. That's Jaden Daniels' favorite target. You got to be able to re-sign him, get him back into the building because, you got a young quarterback that still needs weapons, right? He's, you don't want him to start having to figure out how to create on his own right now, right? Especially with where you came from last year. You came from making the playoffs, which, who knows when we expected to see them back in the playoffs, first off. But, you got a young quarterback who's continuing to develop. Why not keep a guy that's been a bright spot in the organization that has built that relationship with your young quarterback in the building long term? That way, obviously, you can continue to ride this momentum that you've been on coming off of last season. But, much deserved Scary Terry, right? And I think he does the same thing this year. I think he has another a great year, right? Obviously wants to stay healthy and things like that, but great signing, a great re-sign.
And he's so deceived. Like, he's one of those guys I just never. He wins a lot on the 9 ball, right?
Yeah.
And that's the part that always throw me, because it's like the more bigger receivers, the DK Metcalfs, obviously those guys of that frame, like that's the routes they should win on.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed like he always is able to come down with those 50-50 balls in clutch moments too. I mean, we talking about third and 10.
Forever.
You feel me? 3rd and 10 with like 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
They going to him. He beat the double team or whatever the case may be, and he wins the 9 balls down the field. So, hey man, stop playing with these people. Pay them their cheese down.
Wait so long.
And if anything, learn to pay them before because you could have got them probably cheaper, right? Like,
could have probably got them a lot cheaper.
Yeah, a lot cheaper. And now you got the
the sooner the better, man. Say you a little cheese. Say you an M or two. Like, come on. Oh man, then yesterday, man, we had roster cuts. Obviously, a tough day. Across the league, got hundreds and hundreds of players. Maybe playing in the NFL for the last time. Some of them, end up getting picked up on a new roster, practice squad, etc. But a lot of dudes' lives are changed in that moment. I mean, obviously, we've all kind of been through that type of day, and we've all not playing football anymore. So it's a tough and tricky situation for us, especially a lot of these young players, man, whether you know when to hang it up or you know whether to go on to something else or do you keep training. So, definitely – thinking of all those guys who are going through that process, man, obviously if you want to keep, pushing forward, trying to take that next step to get in the league, keep chasing it if that's what you want to do. But, for a lot of the other guys, I would definitely say find something else that you're interested in, because you don't want to sit there, putting all your chips, which, I mean, I know you want to go all in on plan A and everything like that, but, find something else that you're interested in, connect with, your alumni at your college, all that good stuff to, find some other stuff that, you may find another interest in a career that you may like and whatnot. But I know it's not easy. I said, once I was done, I had no clue, what the heck I wanted to do. So yeah, man, definitely feel for those guys, especially the young ones, those guys fresh out of college where, your dreams are kind of crushed, you know what I mean? Because we all, expect to be able to play in the league and play for a long career and everything like that. Unfortunate, that's not the reality for all of us. I wish we all got the opportunity to play, 4+ years in this league, but it's just tough. It's a business and everything like that, but I definitely wish, everybody the best of luck going forward. I think one of the crazier stories of, this whole thing with the roster cuts, we had the Bucks and, Desmond Watson, the defensive tackle that I'm pretty sure they signed an undrafted free agent, was not able to participate. They didn't allow him to participate at all during OTAs, training camp, or anything like that because of his weight. I mean, he played at this weight during college, and they end up, cutting him. What's y'all thoughts on that? Them not allowing him to perform whatsoever the entire time. They end up releasing from the roster. They said obviously a safety hazard. I mean, he played it this way at Florida. Seemed to
in the heat.
Yeah, so
right up the street from Tampa.
It's an excuse. It's an excuse, bro. Wow. I think people. I think, in my opinion, some people just don't want to answer the tough question of why and give a logical explanation. I think it's the first. I mean, it's an excuse. So hey, we got to let them go do the health reasons. We know the NFL does that, or try to find a way to dance around something. But I mean, there is no excuse for that. The man played all season for the Gators, right up the street, like you said, in the heat, right? So it's just one of those things that the NFL is not always fair, right? They're gonna do what they want. It's an organization. It's a business. They're gonna protect themselves at the end of the day. But I mean, if he continues to work and teams find value in him, he's going to have another chance, right? Like there's 32 teams in the league. But like you said, it's tough. It's hard for guys that get cut, especially, having a good preseason. You're playing well. You're proving to yourself that you can be there. You're proving to everybody else you can be there. And at the end of the day, you still get that conversation where it's just like, hey, we appreciate what you've done here. If we need you later, we'll call you back, things like that. Man, keep chasing it, man. if that's what you want to do, you know what I'm saying, continue to train, continue to work your butt off till you get that phone call for the next team or the same team, and continue to prove why you deserve to be there. I think one of the things that we forget, again, being one of those guys that was an undrafted free agent that had a really good preseason, and that ended up getting cut after, game 3, right? I think one of the things is like, you've proven to yourself, you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody, right? Like, you've proven to yourself that you can do it. They wouldn't have called you up if you couldn't do it or if they felt like you couldn't do it, right? It's a lot of people that never get that phone call as an undrafted free agent, that never get a chance to go through camp, rookie mini camp, to show what they got. And obviously, it works out for some it don't, man. It's just one of those things that it's timing and it's need. It's like, what does the team need at the time? And is it the right time, right? Is it something that are we looking to, continue to get younger? Are we looking to, do we need this guy right now, right? Does he make us better right now, right? Does he make a different team better right now? Again, it's all timing and need, man. Because sometimes, you might need a great zero technique, or you might not need a big zero technique right now. Again, like we talked about with Desmond Watson, but there's another team that may need you at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, again, it's timing, it's fit, it's need, and don't get discouraged, man. Keep chasing your dreams, and again, make sure you do have a plan B just in case you decide to walk away from the game, or the game walks away from you. It happens either way. You know what I'm saying? But just definitely make sure you have a plan B and you find something that you're interested in. Because again, NFL is not fair. It's not going to be fair, and you're going to get a hand that you're dealt that you don't want sometimes. But us being men, we got to be able to figure it out and move forward, right? It ain't easy, but we built for it.
Yeah, the going to the Desmond Watson situation is just, when I was seeing the videos, it's kind of like, I won't say weird, but it's just appalling to me that here's a guy that played at that weight at Florida, again, up the street in Gainesville, where it's hot as hell. Same thing, it might be hotter in Gainesville than it is in Tampa, to be honest with you. But my thing is, why even sign him, right? Like, and I'm not saying that I'm not saying that we don't want the guy signed, but it just, the NFL, it brings you, and you learn once you get to the league that it's a lot of times you don't get the true answer of, what we all wonder at the end of the day when we get cut, when we go through some of these situations, is why, right? Like, they'll give you the political answer, which is for health reasons, but I'm wearing the same thing I was wearing at Florida. So it wasn't a health issue then. Why sign me now, And I think that's the toughest part, Warren. You talked about it, right? Like, you go from college and then you have to all of a sudden, this game that you've been playing. And I could ramble on this about days because, me and Warren, we've gone through it. This game that we've been playing since we were 5 years old, or, however age, whatever it is for certain people. And, all along, through, Little League football, high school football, and college, you start to see it a little bit of the politic side of things. But, we've always been told, right, the best guys are going to play on the field, and the people who can contribute and make the plays are the guys that can get on the field. And then once you get to, college, you may see it a little bit. Once you get to the league, you start to see what James talked about, the business side of things. And it just always leaves you in a spot of just wondering why this, why that. And it's so hard for young men to come into this league and come into their dream of, like you said, Warren, getting called to do something. Whether it's drafted, undrafted, however you get there, you finally get your foot in the door of what you've always dreamed to accomplish your whole life. And it's kind of a reality check and a wake-up call that, politics is in a lot of things. Sports, jobs, life. You kind of see it from a different lens. And, for guys that go through it, man, just keep going, right? Like, you'll know when ball stops. And I think the NFL has a funny way of, when they want you out of it, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? You'll kind of see that writing on the wall of, I need to pivot and go do something else. And I just think the biggest thing is, bro, like, truly have a backup plan. While you in these locker rooms, while you get to, touch and rub elbows with some of these people that can really make some decisions, be respectful, always keep it professional, and build some of your relationships with these people, because you never know who know who. And you never know, who in the building fighting for you and who is willing to help you. I know a lot of coaches in my time that, always tell me, right, so reach out and, we could figure something out. And that's just all, not just because of the football side of things, but that's just because of, being respectful, being professional. And you just never know how far things can take you. So, I'm all, I know everybody here on this pod, we always rooting for anybody. If playing ball is what you want to do, we gonna tell you, man, hey, bro, keep your head down, keep grinding. Understand there's gonna be some tough times. There's gonna be some days where you cloudy and you trying to figure it out. But you just got to keep your head down and understand that this is a once in a lifetime dream to chase. And you got your foot in the door, but you got to just figure out that next step of how to break down that next door. And here on the Money Down, we always rooting for whoever that want to keep going at anything, life, football, whatever it is.
100%. And that relationship thing, I think that's huge, man, especially with all the turnover with coaches and everything like that. Your receiver coach may end up being an offensive coordinator, or the offensive coordinator may end up being a head coach, or a scouting dude may end up being a GM at a different team, and you may have performed well during practice, or you may have had a few conversations with him. He really liked you as a player. He goes to a different team. He may pick you up next year or something along those lines if you keep training or you end up on a practice squad. So, yeah, definitely always put your best foot forward. Always be the best version of yourself, although things may not be going your way. As best you can, walk through that building with a smile on your face and put your best foot forward in practice. I think that'll give you the best chance to get another opportunity with that organization, or somewhere else, man. Before we turn the page kind of from NFL topic, we're going to bring up, FanDuel has some odds up for the possible leading passer in the NFL this year. We got Joe Burrow, plus, can you read that, plus 480, followed by Patrick Mahomes and Dak Prescott, Jared Goff. When you guys are looking at this list right here, what odds you taking with some of these QBs? For me, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that Baker Mayfield. That thing, yeah. Baker Mayfield might look kind of.
That might be good money right there.
I got a question for FanDuel. Why is Lamar Jackson not even
up there? I can see Joe Shiesty. Pat, I don't know if Pat been up there for passing yards in the top 5.
Brock Purdy. Like, bro, what? What is? I wonder what Lamar Jackson thing is, bro. It might be like plus. I might take
Lamar. I ain't gonna lie.
Me, you got a little hunch on the cheese. The blow.
What you thinking? Like Josh Allen, Jared Goff,
Josh Allen too. Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence in front of Lamar, bro. That's the funniest thing.
It's crazy. I don't understand. But hey, these they probably know something we don't know.
Might have a chance.
I mean, I guess they assuming some of these teams' defenses may not be as good to where they may have to be on. Obviously, that's why Joe Burrow up there is number one in my opinion, because their defense.
But Pat, I don't think should be number 2. And Pat. He great. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's been like. I don't think please correct me if I'm wrong. Look it up, but I don't think he's been top 5 in passing yards in the last few seasons.
He been throwing it now. He been throwing. No.
I'm not saying that he hasn't. Usually it's like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow's been up there, Baker Mayfield's been up there,
Dak definitely been up there,
Jared Goff has been up there. Yeah. So I don't. Pat being the top of the top, yeah, 1,000%, but not in terms of just like leading as the most passing yards. I don't think I've seen him there.
I would say the safest pick is obviously Joe Burrow. I think Dak is going. I think Dak.
Yes.
I think Dak is going to surprise a lot of people. And listen, I hate to admit this, but if we get a healthy Matt Staff with Puka and DA, I think Matt Staff gonna be in there.
I ain't want to say nothing. I ain't want to say nothing because y'all gonna be like,
"Oh, he gotta be healthy." I don't know. All I've been hearing is back this, back that. I don't know. Bet at your own risk.
I wonder what Cam would say. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wonder who Cam putting that cheese on.
He just said,
he ain't gonna make a biscuit. But I just like that Baker Mayfield. That receiving course they got once Chris Godwin get healthy. You got Buka, Mike Evans. Ted Johnson. I'm assuming he made the team too. But they got some.
He's had some.
They got some weapons over there down in Tampa, and plus with the run game too, with Bucky Irvin and Rashad White, I think their offense could be. I don't know how good their defense is going to be this year, but I think that offense is going to be real explosive.
Jared Goff could be a good one too. Jared Goff could be up there too.
You know what? I think they're one of the teams that's going to slip this year, bro.
You said that's going to slip?
I'm not saying miss the playoffs, but what we've been seeing these past couple years, where they've been like, I don't think they're gonna be as
Ben Johnson gone. They're gonna have to figure it out.
We're gonna see for sure.
Definitely. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna go to this social standout, man. This dude on social media, he been going crazy with the old school football trends. He been snapping. Go to the face mask, right? He was.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. Son. Look, when I was playing ball, these are the only 2 face masks that matter. All these new revolution, evolution, restitution. Listen to me. 2-bar Dickinson, 3-bar Dickinson. Y'all calling them the Dion, the Woodson, whatever y'all call them. In the DMV, this was the 2-bar Dickinson and the 3-bar Dickinson. These are the only 2 face masks that matter. The quarterback can do the quarterback. We know what the quarterback had. But if you was him, you wanted a 2-bar or a 3-bar. Because look, the zip visor looked the stock visor on that joint, and it looked cool. So when you throw the Oakley on there, oh my God. That bubble Oakley on that 2-bar, oh my stars. Jesus. Y'all, let me know if I'm tripping on that. Fuck, missing him. Okay. Hey, what's up with y'all? Something to fucking my so I ain't gonna hold y'all. Son. Look, when I was playing, these are the only 2 faces that matter.
He on the song.
He definitely speaking facts.
Listen to me.
You can cut that, Bert. Yeah, he definitely spin facts when it comes to that, 100%.
I just sent Perk a picture, Little League football. I got that.
Let me see what I found one, Perk.
But listen, it was one he sent with like people wearing spat, and he was like, man, and that's how it was when we was kids, man. Listen, no stats. No spat, fam. You ain't got no stats. You cannot put on no spat, bro. If you had spat on, you knew somebody was gangster for real. That's how we used to tell it. Ooh, look, throwback.
Ooh, yeah. Had it on. Hey, that's all y'all had at Plant. Everybody had
at Plant, everybody had them on. Hey, you don't Pete, the Nike ID cleats. That's throwback. When Little League football was fun, bro, South Florida, man. Good times, dog. Naughty boys. Woody boy. NIL deal.
They got mic'd up. Mic'd up and look.
Transfer portal. Like, this is different world out here right now.
They called it the Dickinson 3-bar Dickinson in Florida. I know when I was growing up, we just called it a crab and a monster crab.
That's what crab and a monster crab.
Monster crab. That's what we got. At my Little League part, we ain't really have monster crab. At Plant, y'all had monster crabs like crab. We just had the crabs, but that's what I wore for the most part.
Y'all didn't have at Pasadena?
Yeah, Pasadena, you literally got to get your own junk if you want a monster crab. We wasn't doing that, but
man, we had
every other part.
Pads, fam.
Y'all boys had like 4 thigh pads in that Plant. Ronnie Kennedy, and Randy Grant, boys. It's almost impossible to tackle them dudes. Boy, have 5 thigh pads on. You can't wrap them boys.
Hey, James, Warren don't even know about this talk right now. Man.
What you mean?
Yeah.
No, I was a heavy pet. I said that high school pet. Boy, hey, we were nice. No, we was gangster. Boy, look at my highlights. I said that in the Perk. You know what I'm saying? That revolution, boy. Yeah. I'm trying to find my Little League, bro. I can't find my Little League, bro. But I think I had a 2-bar in Little League.
Yeah,
good time.
I had like that 3-bar too, like the 3-bar running back like AP wore in college. I had that too. That was the visor. That used to go crazy. Had that Oakley visor on that.
Damn, good times, bro.
Yeah, man. He been going crazy with the social media stuff with the throwback junk. So shout out to bro. Keep it going with the content. It's definitely dope. But
for sure.
We'll wrap it up on that note. That's a wrap for the Money Down, the Believe Network presented by FanDuel. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep showing love. Appreciate y'all.
Ooh, Jay.
There you go.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Gangster.
You
holding
that
wrist tape, fat
you holding that ball a little loose, nah, fam.
Hey, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. When somebody getting a stiff on, had the glove, you know what I'm saying? It was a rain day, you know what I'm saying? I was toting that rock.
Oh, you swagging too? You got the play card, the play thing on?
Yeah.
You
What
heard
you
me.
need that for?
You heard me.
need that for, bro.
Because I was elite now. Hey, I was elite now. Hey, nah, with tight end.
Talking about play 3. What you looking at play 3 on the
I'm calling the plays. I'm on both sides of the wall.
Play 3.
What I got?
Hey,
what I got, QB?
Bro, I wish I had my freshman pick, bro, because my freshman year was when I first started. It was my 8th grade year actually when I first started having like issues with my eyesight.
Yeah.
Oh, my dog was swaggy.
Hey, listen, y'all boys, listen. Them people right there, y'all ain't even peep. Warren, them gloves right there, you had to know somebody in the league to get them. You could.
Oh, that's facts.
Fam, they got the NFL logo. Nah, see, that's, bruh.
We had cutters too now. We had those.
But them boys had Chris Carter. Trust me, they knew somebody.
He don't hook us up though.
So look, the gloves is elite. He ain't show the cleats. They whole team had Nike ID.
Right, them speeds, Nike ID speeds.
No, they had vapes, fam. They had the vapes.
That's what I mean.
Talking about throwback vapes. Them boys, numbers, the name on it. Them boys, that was swaggy, bro.
Drip that. Yeah, I had that QB wristband, boy. I had the Wildcat plays right there, boy. Yeah.
Well, I went for a $115, 8 receptions for a $115, 2 tugs, and might have had 3 sacks on the other side of that.
On who?
Oh, y'all.
But they were the beat. They were the beat.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm going crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, fam. Back then, them boys really. I don't even like St. Thomas, bro, because I feel like they get shit. But I gotta give credit where it's due, bro. Back then,
where'd y'all go? Where'd you go, Breeze? Plant?
Yeah, I went to Plant.
Oh, we would have smoked y'all by like 3 tugs.
We were hooping.
Nah,
you don't understand. We really got people. We done sent like 7, 8 man. We were gangster like that.
Hey, bro. We play team ball, all right? We work together.
Team ball.
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We would have got our shit smoked, bro. James, I know I talk shit all these years, bro. I gotta tell y'all.